Hello, welcome to my channel. Thanks for clicking this amazing video. In today's tutorial, I'd like to take you through how I created this realistic or amazing product flyer in Photoshop. So all you have to do is to follow me step by step to get everything right. And if at all this happens to be your first time my video is popping up in your feed, please subscribe to this channel so you can recommend this video to other graphic designers out there. So in this tutorial, let's go ahead and click on File and create a new document. So we click on New. So the resource used in this particular tutorial will be placed in the description, so go ahead and download it. The rate for this flyer is 1080, while the highlights are 1080. The resolution, we leave it on 300 for a perfect resolution. Then we click on Create. Alright, so with this one, let's go ahead and place our first resource. We go to File and go to Place Link. And we have our first resource over here. So I have to click here, double click on this, and then select my first resource here. Alright, so with this one being selected, let's actually click on this correct icon here and then shift this and push it up to this particular area. Or you can actually use your shift and then the arrow keys on the keyboard to place it on top of this flyer. And now we can go to, let's click on the layer and click on this gradient tool here, or the paint bucket tool here, and now we can actually click on this background and we have the black color on the background like this. And now what we have to do next is to click on this layer that we just placed, layer of the models, and now we have to click on new layer. So with the new layer being created, then we pick our brush tool. Let's make sure soft round brush is being selected here, so we click on general brush and you select the soft round brush and make sure opacity is on 100%, flow is on 100%, and then the smoothing is on 10%. And with this we can comfortably create or brush this particular area. So if at all your brush tool is not showing, make sure you press on the caps lock for the tool to show, and we can brush this area off like this. So brush this area. Alright, so let's have this kind of brush. Control Z, it's actually showing too much. And then we will have to brush this area like this. And now let's go to filter and choose a blur and choose a Gaussian blur for it. And with the blur, we can actually increase the blur a bit. And now we click on OK. And let's select. Click on this selection tool, and I'll make sure you press on shift and then drag this upwards like this. Drag this up to have a fill like this, and now we can click on OK here, and let's go to the effects here, or the layer style. Click on add layer style and choose the gradient overlay. So with this, we have to choose a color overlay for this. So let's go back. Let's choose color overlay. So we close the gradient overlay, and now let's open the color overlay here. And with the color overlay, this is the color that we are going to use. Let me actually give you the color code for this one. So the color code is 652E05, and then we click on OK, and we click on OK here as well. And with this one, as you can see, it is actually looking a bit nicer. So let's actually press this shift again and then bring this down so that we can actually, the background will not be showing again. Or better still, we can actually click on this. So let's click on this particular image. Now let's go to filter and go to camera raw filter. And we want to brighten up the image of the model a bit so that it can look nicer than it is looking. So let's actually add this around 23, that is the textures, and then with the clarity to around 23, around 20, let's add the clarity around 25, and then we click on enter, and we click on OK here, and now we have the perfect, it is actually showing perfectly. And the next thing we have to do is to choose our type tool. And then, but before that, let's actually click on the group icon here, and now let's type. I'll type to the name of this font is actually a Monda font. So Control A, select everything, and then type in Mandy. That is Mandy Beauty Hub. So the Mandy, you press Control A, and then the size has to be on 50 pixels, 50.1 pixels will be okay. Then we click on enter, and with this, let's actually select the move tool and then press Ctrl A to align it in the middle. Then we choose the center alignment over here. Ctrl D to deselect. Let's actually bring this down a bit. I said the name for the font is Monda. You can get it at dafont or bfont.com. And then with this one, we have to type here, and then we click on empty layer. Then we type in our Beauty Hub. So let's type in our Beauty Hub, and then we press Ctrl A to select everything, and then with the size for the Beauty Hub, we actually want to leave it on 15 pixels, 15.31 pixels. Then we click on enter, and now with this one, let's actually select this and then place it here. So let's go Ctrl Z and select this and then place it at this particular area. And now we have to select, choose a rectangular shape tool and draw a nice rectangle at this particular area. So we draw it from this part to here to this area like this. And with this, let's make sure we select a white color for this, for the shape. So we actually have to select a white color for this like this, and then we click here, and with the link, let's make sure the link will not be selected. And then with this particular area, the right side, top right side, we actually add the pixels around 70. Then we click on enter, and then at the bottom left corner to be press 70, type in 70 and press enter. And now we'll be having this curvy shape like this. As you can see, it's already looking good. So now we will have to scale it down a bit. I think it's too small. Scale it down a bit to this particular size, and I think it's okay. So let's press it to go back like this. And now we will have to create a new layer and then add our text on this. So the text on this too is actually a fantasy makeup and an eyebrow shaping. So let's type in a fantasy makeup, but let's choose a black color for this and type in a fantasy makeup. Then the next one too is actually eyebrow shaping. So enter and type eyebrow shaping. And press enter. And next one to be fixing lashes. And the next one too happens to be pedicure. That is the last one. So pedicure, and we have to press Ctrl A to select everything. And now let's select our character here, and we actually have to reduce the size for this. So the size should be on 9.74 pixels. Then we click on enter. And let's actually scale it up a bit like this. And now let's select everything and then place it here. So let's select everything and place it here. And now it is actually looking good already. So the next thing we will have to do is to type in the contact us. So let's select this particular area and type in contact us. So contact us. With this one, let's use a capital letter. So let's press on caps lock and type in a contact us. And we press on enter to move on to the next line, and then type the number. Alright, so with this, let's make sure we select everything and then choose a white color for this. So let's choose a white color for this. And with the contact us, we actually have to reduce the size for the font. So it has to be on 5 pixels or 5 points. And then the number 2, we leave it on 8. With the number, let's leave it on 8, or better still, we can just leave it on 9 points. So 8 points. And now let's actually select everything and choose the paragraph. Go to the paragraph here and choose center alignment. And let's go back to the character. Now let's select click on the move tool over here, and then we actually have to press or type Ctrl A, press on Ctrl A, and then choose the center alignment over here. Ctrl D to deselect. And now let's shape this up a bit. And this is how we actually have to scale it. So if you want to scale it, let's select with the group being selected. Let's press on Ctrl T, and now let's right click here and choose scale. And now we have to press this particular or click this particular area and scale it up a bit to your preference. Then we can click on enter. And as you can see, it's already looking good. And now with the gradient, someone asked me how we can actually add a gradient. So let's select the beauty hub and this together, and then we add a gradient for that. So we actually add this in one group. And now let's go to the effects and choose gradient overlay. So with the gradients, it is just a matter of adding colors together, and that's all about the gradient. I actually have to press this up. I'll show you how I did the gradient, but I have to send this up so that it will actually pop. Alright, so with this, let's actually go to the gradient. Alright, so let's double click, and with the gradient, you will have to choose a linear for this. And with the scale, let's reduce the scale. And with the angle too, we can leave it on 35 degrees. So let's choose this gradient. And now I have to give you the colors for the gradient. So the colors is the colors for the gradient. So the first one is actually, you just have to click and add the colors. So the first one, the color code is CO7610, and then the second one, the color code is FFCE41, and then the third one, to the color code is F8B641, and then the next one, to the color code is B26E07, and then the other one, to the color code appears to be FED64E, and this one too, the color code appears to be F96843, and the last one, the color code happens to be BDE17. Then we click on OK here, and now we are having our gradients popping up like this. Then we can actually click on OK, the golden gradient. And now the next thing we have to do is to click on this particular brush tool that we just created, brush layer that we just created. And now we have to go to the shape tool and select an ellipse tool and draw a nice ellipse. So make sure you press on shape to get a rounded ellipse like this. And let's choose a color for this. So the color for this one, the color code is actually on FE6C00. Then we click on OK, and now we have to go to filter and then choose a blur and choose a Gaussian blur for it. So let's rasterize it, and the blur is supposed to be around, you can choose 100 or 90 something pixel for it, but I think 100 will be okay. And now let's select this and place it here, and we will have to duplicate this. So let's press Ctrl J and duplicate this and send this one to this part with the same color being duplicated. And now the next thing we have to do is to place our image and leave here. So let's go to File, and let's make sure this is beneath everything, is on top of all the layers. So let's go to File and click on Place Link, and we have our leaf here. So we place the leaf here, and we will have to scale it or change it like this, and then reduce the size of it to this particular size. And now we have to place it here, and let's go to camera raw filter as well. So filter, and let's choose a camera raw filter for this. Guys, if at all you are loving this tutorial, please subscribe to my channel so YouTube can recommend this video to other graphic designers if you made this far to this video. And now let's go to the textures. So the texture, let's add more of it around 30, and then the clarity to more of it around 40, or you can add up to 50. Then we click on OK. We want to have the brightness of the leaf, and now let's press Ctrl J to duplicate it, and then bring this one down here. And now let's reduce the size, scale it to reduce the size a bit, and you have to place it here. So this one with this image is supposed to be at the back of the Mandy Hub font, the Mandy Hub text, so that it can show, really show. So let's send it here. Alright, and then we can actually scale it up a bit. Guys, as you can see, we have successfully designed this realistic product flyer in Photoshop, or a beauty of flyer in Photoshop. So make sure you follow me step by step, and then subscribe to this particular channel so YouTube can recommend this video to other graphic designers. And make sure you click on the bell notification button to get notified anytime I upload a new video. Thank you for watching my video.